Hello guys, now we shall be discussing regarding the life cycle of cestodes. Okay, so now we shall be focusing the life cycle of cestodes. Now in this life cycle of cestodes, the first life cycle which I want to discuss is that would be of Diphyllobothrium latum. Diphyllobothrium latum. We shall be discussing the life cycle of Diphyllobothrium latum, right? Now, first of all, why it is called as Diphyllobothrium? When you look at the head of this tapeworm, right? So, and by the way, this Diphyllobothrium latum, the other names that are given for this Diphyllobothrium latum are fish tapeworm. Fish tapeworm. Okay. Now, when you look at this tapeworm, guys, on the head region, you will have two grooves. Okay. So, for example, if this is the head region, if this is the head region like this, okay. Now, this head region has got two grooves like this. Okay, it has got two grooves. Now, these two grooves, whatever are there are two grooves like this, right? So these two grooves are called as diphyllo. There are two. Now that is the reason why they are called as Diphyllobothrium, right? And by the way, the suckers and all, they are not present in this. Okay, there are just grooves anteriorly. So that is the reason why it is called as Diphyllobothrium latum. Okay, and another important thing is that if you look at this tapeworm, look at the tapeworm. This is a tapeworm which you can see here. So this is the longest tapeworm, right? So this is the longest tapeworm that is infecting the humans. So this would be one of the longest tapeworm infecting the humans. Infecting humans. In the same way, on the other hand, there would be another tapeworm that is the shortest tapeworm that would be infecting the humans, that I will be discussing later on, but this would be the longest tapeworm that would be infecting the humans. Right, now let us discuss the life cycle. Okay, now in the life cycle, one very important thing is that you need to know how the life cycle starts. So let us say this is the fish. Okay, so this is the fish. Now this fish has got within it there is a larva, and that is called as pleurosarcoid larva. What is that larva? That is called as pleurosarcoid larva. Okay, so when someone ingests this pleurosarcoid larva, what is going to happen? Now look here. Someone, in the sense the humans. Now when someone gonna ingest this, look what is gonna happen. This is the mouth all the way hanging down with the esophagus, and this is the stomach, and obviously you have got your small intestine, duodenum, and I am not drawing it fully anyways. Yeah, so this is of it. Now, one very important thing I want to highlight here is that this pleurosarcoid larva, for example, let us say this is how the pleurosarcoid larva looks. Okay. Now, this pleurosarcoid larva, all the way, this pleurosarcoid larva enters into the mouth. Now, once the pleurosarcoid larva is within the stomach, from the stomach, this larva enters into your small intestine. Now, in the small intestine, what will happen is that this larva will develop into an adult worm. This larva will develop into an very big adult worm like this. Okay, so this larva is developing into what? It is developing into an adult worm. Now, this adult worm Now this particular adult worm is going to excrete some eggs, and these eggs are called as unembryonated eggs. So these are some empty eggs which are excreted by this in the feces. So when I do a stool test, I would more likely see the unembryonated eggs, right? So these unembryonated eggs will turn into embryonated eggs. So look here, there are unembryonated eggs over here, right? And these unembryonated eggs are turning into embryonated eggs. Okay, so these will be unembryonated eggs, and they are turning into embryonated eggs. Okay, now once unembryonated eggs have turned into embryonated eggs, these embryonated eggs, whatever are they, right, these from these embryonated eggs, what will hatch out? What will hatch out of this embryonated eggs is Coracidia. Coracidia will hatch out of this embryonated eggs. Now these Coracidia will enter into cyclops, right? So how does a cyclops look? So this is the basic picture of a cyclops. Okay, so this is a cyclops here. This is a cyclops, okay, which is seen in the fresh water. So these Coracidia are going to enter into the cyclops. Now within the cyclops, what will happen? Within the cyclops, what will happen is that this Coracidia is converted into procercoid. This Coracidia is converted into procercoid. Within the cyclops, what is going to happen? The Coracidia are going to convert into procercoid. Okay, now this procercoid, okay, is going to now enter into a small fish. It is going to enter into a small fish. Now within this small fish, what will happen? The procercoid will convert into pleocercoid. And obviously small fishes are gonna be engulfed or eaten up by the large fish, right? So that is the reason why within the large fish you have got this pleocercoid larva. So how many hosts do you see here? One is human is a definitive host here, right? So humans are definitive host. And after that, all the way here, cyclops, right? So the next thing is cyclops. Cyclops will be the intermediate host. So that would be the first intermediate host. After that, you have got what? Fish. Fish is what? Fish is a second intermediate host. Second intermediate host. And another important thing you need to know is that this Diphyllobothrium latum mainly interferes with vitamin B12 absorption. So obviously patient is going to have B12 deficiency anemia. Right? Megaloblastic anemia, B12 deficiency anemia, right? So this is all the important things which you need to know regarding this life cycle. And another important thing which you need to know is that the eggs which are released here, right? So these eggs are called as operculated because they have got an operculum on the top here, okay? So such eggs are called as operculated eggs. So you have got an operculum on the top here. Operculated eggs, okay, and on the bottom of this operculated eggs you see a small knob, right? This knob is called as abopercular knob. This is all you need to know regarding Diphyllobothrium latum. Thank you so much for watching my video. Goodbye.